The American Soybean Association is proud to sponsor the Conservation Legacy Awards. This program showcases some exceptional farmers doing some exceptional conservation work and helps promote the value of conservation efforts.
This is Mark Sliceman. We farm here in southwest Calhoun County, Iowa, which is in the Raccoon River watershed, which recently has had a lot of press with the nitrate issues. One of our farms that we farm for my dad and uncles is located in a demonstration watershed. It's in the Elk Run watershed, and we installed that 2 years ago. One was a saturated buffer. By the research numbers, should be reducing nitrate discharge into the stream by 40-50%. The bioreactor on the same site, for the most part, takes 100% of the flow of the tile. Parts per million of nitrates going in vary anywhere from 15 to 22 that I've seen, and exit is usually less than 1. We really expanded cover crops because the economics worked out very well for us, maybe a bit better than some operations because we do have cows. We were seeing the benefits of cover crops for the cows, but we also saw some benefits for the soil as well. And as we start expanding and experimenting with species of rye and then radishes and rape and different things, we were able to graze cows longer. By our numbers, getting at least a 3x return economically, in addition to the long-term benefits we might be seeing in soil health. A couple of years ago, we were approached by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service about installing some swales here in the Raccoon River Valley and a couple tributaries of the Raccoon River. Each year, the researchers come out and measure the number of Topeka shiners that have grown or developed in those pools, and they're documenting that to see if we're helping the population. One thing we focused on in the last few years is identifying areas where we can implement conservation practices. For us, it's been kind of twofold. We've identified those areas that maybe economically don't produce the best for us, and we can have a major impact on conservation in those spots as well, whether it be a bird buffer or a pollinator habitat, a filter strip, terraces, waterways. We're trying to identify new places we can put applications like that all the time. I know we can be profitable and be a conservationist at the same time.
BASF is proud to partner with ASA in highlighting the great work of farmers across the country in bettering the land and conserving our natural resources. We congratulate this year's winners of the Conservation Legacy Award and commend them for their hard work and dedication. It is because of the innovative practices of farmers like this that our soil, water, and other natural resources will be better for the generations to come. We look forward to many more years of agriculture leading the way in conservation and production advancements.
For over the last decade, it's been a tremendous honor for us at Monsanto to partner closely with the American Soybean Association in recognizing farmers who take the extra effort in their farms and implement the practices in their operations that help better care for the environment, that help better steward the land. The Conservation Legacy Award is one way in helping shine a light on how agriculture can be a part of the solution to increasing sustainability. We congratulate you for this award, and we thank you for what you do on your farm to help feed the world in the most sustainable ways possible.
Hi, I'm Linda Burrier. I farm with David Burrier, and we have a family farm. Dave and I live in such a valley that we feel like we're in a fishbowl, and so we have urban neighbors and city neighbors, and so we always are trying to be very, very conscious of what people can see. Our farm is picturesque when you look down upon it in this fishbowl, and we try to keep it looking fabulous, and our landlords look for us to do the same thing for their land.
If you look at Maryland, we're on the western shore of the Chesapeake Bay in central Maryland. Since 2008, which was when President Obama mandated the Chesapeake Bay watershed, regulations were mandatory at that point in time. So even before then, we were committed to water quality. But since then, it has speeded up our efforts and increased our efforts. I mean, we have repurposed and reinstalled older waterways. We have installed new waterways. All of our acres are on 100% no-till, and we strip crop in narrow long strip. We control erosion, we control sediment. We want nutrient retention, so we greatly improve that by all these practices. Something that we've moved to in the last 7, 8, 10 years, and we're increasing every year, is our acres under cover crop. It just complements our cropping system, and what we're seeing happen is that we're increasing organic matter, increasing soil tilth. Also, it brings us to the next level. Maybe it's a little old school, but we're back to addressing our soil activity, the microbes, the biologicals. Trying to move all this forward, we have increased crop yields, less input. At the same point, we're sustainable and addressing all issues concerning water.
Dave and I work hard on conservation, and we're very proud of the work that we have done. We are highly cognizant of our water quality, the soil, the air we breathe. We want to leave everything in much better shape than we got it.
Every acre we farm is highly erodible land, so first and foremost comes to your mind is our conservation efforts and our water quality. I want quality water for my family, and I want quality water for anyone downstream from me.
Balin is once again proud to partner with ASA to support the Conservation Legacy Award. At Balin, we recognize the many challenges growers face to meet global demand for food and fiber. We also believe that the manner in which our growers produce it is important. At Balin, we want to recognize those growers who make the extra effort, often at their own expense, to ensure the operations have minimal impact to the surrounding areas. These individuals are not only good farmers, they're good neighbors. Congratulations to this year's winners and all the farmers who work hard to ensure the sustainability of their operations for generations to come.
On behalf of all U.S. soybean farmers, I think it's very appropriate that the Soybean Checkoff sponsor an award that recognizes excellence in conservation. Conservation is at the root of all sustainability. It's what we do to protect the land, the water, and the air around us. And we know that our customers are asking and actually making sure that we are sustainably produced, and that's very important to us as well while we grow soybeans in this highly competitive and highly regulated world.
Hi, I'm Grant Norwood. Farm 3,000 acres in Henry County, Tennessee. We're 100% no-till, about a 50-50 split between corn and soybeans. Also raise winter wheat, double crop that back with soybeans. Through no-till, we've obviously seen less erosion with our rolling ground. Also, one of the benefits that I use as a good scale on what's going on in the ground is we're seeing a good supply of earthworms, and if you dig that ground up, you see the earthworm channels and they're staying intact so that you can get the water filtration. When I was a young boy, I remember going out on the farm with my dad. That's when we was getting started in building water control structures and waterways. At this point, we've built well over 100 water control structures throughout the farm. When we first got started with cover crops, we started pretty simple. We started with radishes, and now we're up to 5-way blend. We play with it on a per farm basis, depending on what crop we're going back with. Here on the farm, we're participating in the pollinator program, so we're trying to be positive in giving them the type crops that they need through participating in the pollinator program. My great-great-grandfather come to Henry County from North Carolina in the late 1800s. We have a cabin on that farm. Fortunate enough to own and farm the ground that we was originally settled on when we come here, when my ancestors come here. Our farm believes that we should do everything in our power to better the ground so that our future generations can have a good opportunity to farm. Hopefully the ground will be better for them than when we received it.